Well, welcome back to Starting Point, still the greatest point in which you start your day. And as we discussed before, we'll be having a truly insightful conversation, Luisa, and of course, very fun with the creators and developers behind Festival Musical Indonesia. And so, a little bit about the show. I believe if people have not known yet about this, musical and show enthusiasts in Indonesia can soon enjoy performances prepared by musicians across the country, entitled the 2024 Indonesian Musical Festival, which will take place on October the 25th to the 27th at Ciputra Artpreneur, Jakarta. And so, without further ado, to discuss about this, we have in our studio the program director of the festival, Alim Sudio, as well as business development manager of Ciputra Artpreneur, Adi Wijananda. Hello.
Welcome
Good morning, gentlemen.
We're always happy to see you because we'll get all this, updated information about all the upcoming musicals.
Yes.
Now, Pak Alim, first and foremost, this is Festival Musical Indonesia.
Yes.
And honestly, as I said to you before, this is my first time hearing there is such an event, but it sounds really interesting. Can you?
It's very interesting.
Very interesting. Tell me more about it, especially for a musical enthusiast.
Yes.
Tell me, what is this about?
So actually, this is the third year of our held this FME event. This is the third year, and actually, this event we give opportunity for the musical community to perform. In 3 days, so we give them stages, and then we ask people to come buy the tickets, and they can have a good time watching a lot of various genre of musicals, and it's kind of very interesting because we have a tradition, we have a modern, we have a lot of themes that will be shown there, and this year is quite interesting and very unique because we have one of the communities actually deaf community.
I see.
So they are going to use sign language and everything to do the musical.
For the whole performance,
Yes,
or will they be
yes.
like combining this performance?
They have their own show.
They have their own show.
Yes.
I see.
So you are going to
Wow.
see for the first time. I think in the world, yeah, there is a musical, of course.
And
but
will
in
there
Indonesia,
be
this
like
is the
a
first time.
subtitle?
Yeah,
How
there
does
will
it
be
work?
a subtitle for the audience to understand the performance, and there will be a sign language also.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very
wow.
interesting. It's quite challenging also because the stage will be different technically. They ask for the different kind of equipments and everything. So
Okay.
it's very challenging also for FME to have this community
Okay.
with us.
So for a first-time goer, for those who's never been to a Festival Musical Indonesia, what can we expect?
You are going to expect, because musical is actually kind of complete performance, right? You have a singing, dancing in a very joyful way. Yeah. So what you're going to have is like this kind of festival is really like uplifting, happy, joyful, and then you are going to watch different, because it's like a reunion also for all the musicals performers in Indonesia. So it's like this FME is always like they meet each other again, they sharing ideas also. So I think the audience will should have these 3 days, should get the 3 days pass to join this.
Yeah, it's
FME.
all the art and music lovers joining for this 3 days.
Get the full experience of this thing as well. And from Mas Adi's perspective, what is the story of the beginning of the partnership between Ciputra Artpreneur and also Festival Musical Indonesia? Because Ciputra has had many like various events throughout this year. How did it come to be that you want to collaborate with Festival Musical Indonesia?
Well, our goal has always been to provide platforms for local artists, showcase their work to, general public, even, local and international. And when FME first came to us, and it was like this platform, for all this local, musical performing artists to be, gathered in one place. And we think we want to be a part of that. We want to be a part in building the musical industry in Indonesia. And so we've done it 3 times already. Each year, Each year we improved over the last one. I think 2022 we The theme was Indonesia, I think.
In horror, Indonesia.
With
Indonesian
Indonesia,
horror.
yeah. Last year was horror. We explored.
Horror.
Yeah,
We explored Indonesian horror, but
I see.
yeah, and also I think this year, Ciputra Apener, we're actually much more creatively involved. This year, we're actually involved from the theme selection. So we decided that the theme should be
No
free.
theme.
No, should be free.
Oh,
Should be free.
really? General theme.
Free theme, yeah,
Okay.
general theme for this year.
Theme.
Essentially, it's Indonesia, or it's, as Nala said at the press conference,
Yeah.
it's something that showcased each community identity.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided we wanted to be more accessible for everyone, and that's why for the first time this year, to make it more festive, we decided to make it the first open call.
Oh,
The first open call,
really?
yeah.
So
for
like
this
we
year, yeah.
invite people to do the pitching all over Indonesia,
okay.
and we curated all the pitch
I see.
that.
Yeah.
Explain more about this. This
Yeah,
is a very
it's a-
interesting concept to have an open
Never
call
heard
during
about
a
this.
festival like
Yes,
this.
so we want to have more
performers, yeah.
more community to join FME. That's why we do the announcement that we have open call. You can pitch your ideas, what kind of musical that you want to perform in FME, and we gather around 80 communities that pitch the ideas. So from that we curated, because we only have 3 days and we only have small limited stages.
Limited
I mean,
stages, yeah.
we have only so from that we curated up until 10 communities that join the FME.
I see. Wow.
Even 10 communities.
So
is
yeah,
quite a
so
lot.
this year we
Yeah.
have 2 big stage also. I mean, like before one stage only, one big stage only. Now this year we have two
big
two
stages.
stages. It's called Gala and it's called Karya.
Gala.
Gala, the capacity is actually in the theater Ciputra. It's for 1,100
100 people, yeah.
100 people, and then we have a small stages for around 300 people.
Okay. So tell us more about the guests who are coming and more about the community that is involved
Yeah.
in this festival.
What types of
Yeah.
communities are in this? 'Cause
Yeah.
10 must be quite diverse.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Adi, you want to share
Sure. This
about the
year,
audience?
well, the audience will be, of course, mainly musical enthusiasts, but we are hoping also that this year we will get, more general public, those who will experience musicals for the first time, because our performance lineup this year is actually very, very interesting. We will have like we will have a traditional community. We will have communities from Lampung as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
From
all the way from Lampung.
all the way from Lampung.
It's
Wow.
kids performance.
Kids performers, yeah,
see.
all the way from Lampung. So we're really expanding our reach to just beyond communities from in the Java area. So we're really expanding that reach, and we also have for the first time a content creator joining.
wow.
Yeah. So if you heard when you heard about musical dangdut, that will be done by
Yeah.
Aulion.
Wow.
So yeah, first time. So we hope that with all these communities coming in, we will be expanding the reach.
Exactly. I mean,
so,
there's so many varieties that
Yeah.
you're putting
Varieties.
into this
Since we have
festival
the
this
open
year.
call, so there is a new community
communities,
going
yeah.
to be performed in our in
Everything that
FME.
is musical
Yes.
can
Yeah,
join
yeah.
in.
And of course the old, not the old. I mean like the Eki Dance Company and Art Suara.
Always, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
will be performed also in FME.
Okay, so speaking of the workshop, how many types of workshop are you going to provide during the festival? What types of workshop?
There will be 3 workshops. This is the first time also in FME 2024 that we are going to hold a workshop. There is a lighting workshop for the musical performance, because we think lighting is one of the most important things in a performance. And then there will be music composing, how to create music for the musicals. It's actually short workshop, but we want to know, we want to gather all the people that interest in this subject. And then there is a musical performer also. So we are going to have a 3 days workshop, and they are going to perform.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they will learn
Yeah, if you want to join the
during the
workshop
festival and they will perform.
at the end, yes.
Everyone is going to perform.
Yeah,
At the end of the
yes,
festival on the
yes,
third
the
day.
participant of this musical performer
Wow.
workshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they have to join each sessions.
I see.
And then
Okay.
at the end, we are going to give them a chance to perform.
Wow.
As a
And what is the
presentation.
age range? What is the
Yeah,
minimum
like-
age for
Minimum
people to
10
join?
years old.
10 years
That's
old.
young.
Above, no limit.
Up to you.
10 years
So
old
you
and
can join.
10 years old
Of
plus.
course. Of
Because
course
we're
too,
giving
yeah.
experience, because when you're on stage, you can do dance.
Yes.
Adi, me, as an audience, we can feel the excitement
The
for the
excitement,
people,
yes. The energy.
the
Of course,
energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to give a chance people, come on, be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
musical
yeah, yeah,
performer.
yeah.
So it's really open for anyone who wants to join the
So for
workshop.
people who wants to join this festival, do they have to attend all 3 days then if they want to join this workshop? Is that how
For
it
the
works?
musical performer, yes,
Yes,
they have to
okay.
join 3 days because we have to have an intensive training for them to
Yeah.
perform at the end.
Wow.
Okay.
And at the end, they'll be performing in the stage at the, you said as the Karya as well as the
Gala, yes,
the
yes.
big, so they'll be performing like on stage in
Yes,
front
on
of the
stage
audience.
in the Karya stage, the small stage, but with
Sounds
100
very
audience.
sounds very tough.
Still, yeah, that's
Okay.
it's
That's
like,
going to be very interesting.
yeah, like a short course.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
they-
it's a short course, yeah. It's an experiment, we don't know the result, but I think
Is this
it's kind
the
of
first time that you're going to have this
Yes.
kind of system for this workshop?
Yeah.
Ah, I
Then
see.
it's workshop with Eki Dance Company. So
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask who will be the trainer.
Yeah,
and
the
leading.
trainer
Yeah.
will be Eki Dance Company for the dance and for the act, and for the vocals there will be we ask Gabriel Harvianto. He's one of the vocal teach and that known in the musicals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I can imagine this will be very
So exciting.
especially for little kids who
Yeah,
have
yeah.
never performed
Yeah.
before. Like this gives them an opportunity.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yeah.
to be on stage.
An exposure of the real world.
That's true. That's true. They can finally like feel what it's
Yes.
like to be a real performer.
Seems
Good
like you are
confidence
interested
training.
in this.
I'm very interested. I'm like,
She's a real
Yes,
performer
I-
at heart.
We'll be
So
expecting
come.
to see you on the stage.
Come join the musical performer workshop, and then you maybe do a report, something like that.
yeah, that's true.
That's a good
It'll
idea.
be really interesting to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like the behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Of the performance.
Okay.
And before this, what are the preparations like? I'm quite interested to learn from Pak Alim as well as Mas Adi, because this is quite a big 3-day festival. You know, curating groups, 80 groups. What is it like to put this all together
Yeah.
from both of you?
So we have like we need to do a lot of coordination with them because it's different community, different kind of show, different equipments and everything. So we have to have a really tight coordination what they need on the stage, and we have to do the coordination to. Thanks to Ciputra, that really helpful about this. They really provide us with a lot of things that help us to make it easy for us to help this event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from our side, it's not as complicated as Pak Alim's because he has to coordinate with all these communities and performers.
Of
From
course,
our
yeah.
side, because this is the 3rd year, we're essentially just we just have to see what Pak Alim needs, and we're just trying to fulfill
Yeah.
what is needed, like from both technical and venue side. Yeah, so really from our side, it's really more of the same, but we're always flexible. We're
But
always
I mean,
adjust-
like Ciputra is such a great venue. I mean, people will be really
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
there, and of course, like to have this event there and to perform there. That's a very special opportunity as well.
Yes. Not only the performers, there will be a gallery also. There will be we are going to show in our musical industry from 2022 to 2024. So people will know that musical in Indonesia has been, is very
Growing.
Yeah,
It's
very growing. Like
yeah.
a lot of schools do the musical, a lot of companies
Yeah.
want to do the musical. So musical is actually in Indonesia nowadays is very growing, and people.
What's
are-
your view on this, Mas Adi? Do you feel like there are more musical performances lately? How far has it grown over the past few years, especially since we are over the pandemic?
Well, obviously, there's the pandemic. We've seen I've seen a lot of musicals being produced more, especially this year. I think this year has been quite significant, very revolutionary, you might say.
Oh.
Like this year, I think we see a lot of productions from many communities, And I think for the first time also this year we saw a long run musicals again. Back in Indonesia we had a musical that runs for a month. That was unheard of in Indonesian musicals before. So yeah, that was something that's very, very interesting. Interesting to see this development, and I think it was back in the summer, in June and July. Like when we were doing musicals, we saw like there were like 3 others company doing musicals, which is unheard of. It's
In Jakarta.
In Jakarta,
I
yeah.
see.
It's unheard of.
Okay.
Which it's something I've never seen before. In 2022, in 2020, and in 2023, but this year that happened. We could see like more than 2 musicals competing, for people's attentions in Jakarta. So that's something really interesting, and it's something that I think will continue until the end of the year. And it's something that I hope, of course, will continue in the next year. More musicals, we will have a much, I don't know what to say, stable industry? Healthier
Stable
industry?
industry.
More-
Okay.
More festive industry, I
But when
suppose.
we are talking about more musical performances, are we talking just local and international, or do you mean by just our local community growing in terms of the musical performances?
I think it's grow in the local community as well,
Okay.
yeah. I think that the local community is growing, and I think in the international, it's starting to come back,
Okay.
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens next year.
Well, we're seeing a lot of more concerts coming up. This year. Next year,
Concerts,
there's
yes,
so many
yes.
lineup of concerts
People, I
coming to
think,
Jakarta.
look up to Indonesia. Even the musical are looking for to perform in Indonesia also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we've seen, I think, a growing demand as
Yeah.
well coming
Especially
from
on K-pop.
Yes,
That's true. That's true.
K-pop concerts
Yeah.
and musicals. And what do you think, Pa Alim, like the younger generation plays a role, especially now that we have more Gen Zs, millennials, or even Gen Alphas who
Yes,
are
yes.
like, of course, aware of this, mostly from social media, the internet, TikTok, but it's actually really growing, piquing their interest to be
Yes.
involved.
I think
in
they're
these
in that
musicals.
kind of interest actually help musicals to grow.
Yeah.
Because they now get easily to perform, so
Yeah.
they more
Like they don't need to look for a stage. You
Yeah.
can actually perform on
Yeah.
social
yeah,
media.
now they can do musical in front of their own handphone and everything. so actually, youthful nowadays, I think, give a lot of contributions to the growing of the musicals. And you can see in our FME also a lot of youngsters now become directors, choreographers.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, at their age, they're like,
there's because
wow.
since we do the open call, so they can.
And as a senior entertainer,
Yes, it's okay. It's
how
okay.
do you see this? How do you see this? Do you look at these youngsters and you think, oh, you need more experience? You're not there yet, but they have the courage for it.
Yeah. Yes,
Or how do you see this generation?
Kind of scared.
in a
Why
good
is
way.
that?
In a good way. I mean, like,
way,
I mean, like, not scared. Like, I mean, like I have to keep up with them. Actually, I have to, because they're very confident with their own creations. They have a very fresh ideas
I see.
and like to break through all the rules and everything. So like, maybe we are worried like, is it okay? But when they do that, and then people like welcome and expecting and give applause for that. So I think, wow.
Well,
So
fresh
they-
ideas are always welcome, right?
Yeah,
That's what our generation is
Yeah.
looking for. This,
Yeah.
even this breakthrough from the younger generation.
Yes. So that's why we have to learn from them.
I see.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
That confidence, of not afraid of, breaking the barriers.
Yeah.
Again, I think your age is showing, but
I didn't
My
say
hair
that.
showing also.
In a good way.
in a good way.
Comes
We have to
with
be
the
more careful.
experience you have earned
With
so
experience,
far.
you will become more careful.
Okay.
And coming
yeah.
from Mas Adi as well,
Yeah.
do you see more young people coming to Ciputra Artpreneur to watch these shows, theaters or concerts? Do you actually see an uptick in the demand from the younger generation as someone from Ciputra Artpreneur? Because I'm sure you see a change in demographics. Sometimes you see like orchestras or you see plays, and you think the ones coming would be like older people in tux and dresses, but now like you're
Okay.
seeing like people who discovered this from TikTok or people who learn from it from their friends. Do you see that as well? When you're in Ciputra.
Yes, I think I've seen that. I've seen that in Ciputra. I think like for the last few events that we did, that we were specifically targeting younger demographics. We say that people don't come in tux anymore. They come in costumes. They come as characters. They perform
right.
They come in
without
full,
without realizing they're performing. Essentially, because like Palim said, people in TikTok, they're doing. Like they're dancing, they're singing, they're essentially doing musicals without realizing they're doing musicals.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think for them, life will be better if it's a musical. Everything is better when it's sung, everything is better when it's performed. But yeah, I agree with you that I think at this moment the audience age is starting to skew towards more younger generation. We'll see more millennials, Gen Z, and even Gen Alpha on the scene. So yeah, I think for Ciputra, it's all about we're trying to always, as Palim said, we're always learning with the market. We're always adjusting ourselves to our market, so we don't get left behind. So we need to always keep an open mind and learn from all these younger generations.
So speaking for this event, Festival Musical Indonesia, what is your marketing approach? Who are you targeting to mostly come to this event?
Well, obviously the first target will be always the musical enthusiasts and the community. Those are, of course, always the first. But secondly, we want to target those people who are, as Palim said, also youngsters on social media, on TikTok. That's why we have the open call essentially. We want to expand our reach, and that's why when a content creator came in and wanted to perform with us, we thought like this is something different, something that we must take. Because we need to keep it updated to the market, so people will see that musical is something hip and something cool to attend, not just it's not just hip to attend another K-pop concert. It's hip to attend a musical show as well, because as Palim said, you get a complete performance. You get singing, you get dancing, you get acting, you get performance, you get set designs, everything. Everything is there.
Like, I love what you said. I think there's something so powerful about redefining like the stigma of something that people used to think, this is too orthodox or this is too traditional, but actually there's something so fresh that can come out of it, especially now we are, in the 21st century now, in the 2024, and so it's really important to engage with those people as well who might not have heard about it before. And we're still so engaged in this conversation, and we are still going to talk more about it, Luisa, but we'll be back after a short break. So stay tuned on Starting Point on TVR World, because we'll be right back very soon.
You're still with us on Starting Point, still on this interesting dialogue about the Festival Musical Indonesia, or FMI, that will be happening at the end of October from 25 to 27 in Ciputra Artpreneur. Still with us, we have Bapak Alim Sudio, FMI Program Director, and also Mas Adi Wijananda, Business Development Manager from Ciputra Artpreneur. And we are going to talk more about the event here. Mas Palim, tell us more about the performances that is going to happen on the day. Is there how many performances is going to happen during those 3 days?
Yes.
And how does it work? Like, do people can just come, or do they need to book the ticket in advance?
For the tickets, it actually we give 1 day pass. So each day we have a 1 day pass. So if you want to see the 3 days, so you need to three-day pass.
3 day pass.
Of course. And you can get the ticket at bookmyshow.id. So you can get the ticket. Each day the price is 200.
200, yeah.
200,000.
200, yeah, each day.
200,000, but you can see a lot of musicals in one day.
That's a very affordable, a good price.
It's a really good deal.
Like I said before, so there will be a panggung gala, so it's in a theater. Each day we have one performer, and then there will be karya. In one day there will be 2 karya performance, and they will showcase also their 1 to 2 performance each day.
Okay.
So you are going to minimum see 5 or 6
Wow,
performances in one day.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And-
for each performance,
Yeah.
how long are they, the duration?
We ask them to perform 40 minutes to 50 minutes around that time there. So we are going to have we have a 2 dangdut performance.
Interesting. Wow.
That comes from the dangdut idea, and I can't wait also to see what kind of musical they will going to perform.
Yeah.
But actually comes from dangdut ideas. Once is come from the movie. It's an old movie around 2000 something, I forget.
Okay.
It's Perempuan Punya Cerita
I see.
from Tehnia Dinata, and this going to adapt it into the musical performance by Eki Dance Company.
Okay.
And they are Aulion with the musical dangdut, and there are Art Suara Rajiman called the musical called Rajiman. It's 3 of them is showing at gala each day.
Okay.
And there are Karya also. There are some from Lampung. One from Lampung is called Kelompok Tubaba. They're going to perform a
Cute name.
kids.
Oh, those are kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
kids performers. And then there are Waktunya Main. It's called Penunggang Badai.
Yeah.
Penunggang Badai.
Storm-
And then there is Storm Riders.
Storm
Oh,
Riders. Yeah, Storm Riders. Storm Riders.
suddenly like oh.
Yeah, it sounds really
Riders.
cool.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Storm Riders.
And then there is CBHS also Joshua.
I see.
they-
Joshua is
yeah.
a musical that was, I think
Yes.
it was in a couple months ago.
Yeah, but they do the spin-off.
The
so
spin-off.
They
So it's a
prepare
different
special.
kind of-
Yes.
yeah.
And there are also how many already? I forget. 3.
Fantasi Tuli.
Oh, Fantasi Tuli, the deaf community.
Oh,
They are
right,
going
yeah.
to
Yeah.
perform also. Senandung Senyap, the title. I think that is
There's so many interesting
I think
shows.
that's
Yeah.
So essentially, like this year, we will have 2 musical dangduts, 1 traditional musical,
Yeah.
and 2 musicals for kids, especially targeted
Yeah,
for kids
yeah.
and family.
Yeah.
And I think also for the first time, we're very excited.
Oh, we are going to have Kelompok Pojok also.
Kelompok Pojok, yeah, also.
Kelompok Pojok also.
Okay.
Yes, one left behind.
Also for
Kelompok
kids, yeah.
Pojok is going to perform there's a biopic about this Chinese little
Chinese India, in the first one of the early Chinese Indonesian poets.
Yes, Chinese
Yeah,
Indonesian
wow.
poets,
Poets,
Peh
yeah.
Hoc Thai, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's quite intriguing. Yeah.
So we have Indonesian history. We have dangdut. We have kids shows.
Yeah.
And for the first time, we will have the deaf community.
Yes,
I
yes.
think it's the first time we will see a musical performance by the deaf community. That's something that we're truly excited to see because we've never been this inclusive before this festival.
Of
so
course. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the range
Wow.
of shows, the variety.
yeah.
People go there and they really.
And it's so Indonesia.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's everything
Yeah.
Indonesia.
That's
you
what
know?
we
Yeah.
aim for. I mean, like we are going to show that even though people knows musical Broadway, come from Broadway and everything, but actually Indonesia have its own route for musical. From long time ago, our performance is already being using the musical discipline. I mean, like they do singing, dancing, and everything, and they do talking, do the interactive with the audience also.
Yeah.
So, what they are going to see in FMA is actually Indonesian musical.
Yeah, it also, like the name, right? Festival Musical Indonesia. So we need that Indonesia part because we are truly showcasing the beauty of our own culture and showing like, hey, yes, there's Broadway, and at the same time, there's also Indonesian musicals.
There's dangdut.
Yeah, even dangdut is there.
Indonesia more can you get?
Yes, to compete,
Yeah. Yes.
to compete with all of this. And I'm curious because there's so many different shows. Mas Adi, what is it like to coordinate the staging for each of these shows? Because if there, for example, one is going to go, after another, before another, how do you deal with, the props, the lighting, the behind the scenes? Because I'm sure that there must be so many changes at the same time in a really fast amount of time.
Well, I think Paolo could answer that better than me, but I think I think the whole FMI team has always been, because we've done this 3 times, so we know exactly what, how many times are needed, to change the sets. So we scheduled every performance accordingly. So yes, but on the technicals, I think if Paolo wants to add, because he's
you already answered the question.
Okay.
it's
He got
basically
it all
just clear
under control.
It's basically clear scheduling. It's clear scheduling.
Okay.
Clear
We built the
scheduling,
stage
yeah.
actually. For Karya, we
the
built the
stage.
stage, a new stage in 11th floor.
On the level floor on our galleries. So yeah, this
Ooh,
event actually, not just uses our theater, but
Yeah.
also our gallery as
Yeah.
well. So essentially, all of our spaces are being used just for Festival Musical
Maximizing
Indonesia.
for this
Yes,
Festival Musical
exactly. So,
Indonesia. Tell us, Mas Adi, how many people are you expected to come for this event?
I think that 2022 we had about 4,000 people. Yeah.
That's a whole lot of people.
And I think
Yeah.
for last year, it was the first time we opened up 2 venues. We had around 6,000 people coming in.
Two venues, which is
Yeah.
the gallery and
gallery
the theater.
and the theater.
Okay.
Around 6,000
Okay.
people
Yeah.
came last year. And this year, because we're expanding it to 3 days, I think we're expecting at least 7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big number right there.
Yeah.
So exciting. Yeah.
Then don't worry. Also, there will be culinary. We also
Oh,
culinary
nice.
festival also, so they can find foods there.
Oh, so it's not just like seeing the shows,
Yes.
but if the audiences get a little bit nibby in the middle,
There's
they
always
can,
food.
Yes, they,
Yeah, they can get food. And
Okay.
wow. And so, are you preparing right now? Because as you said, communities are coming in, especially from Lampung and from all over probably Jakarta and also Indonesia. Are you practicing currently right now? Because it's only in a couple more
Yeah,
weeks.
just
I
a
really
couple
say it's
more
only
weeks.
3 weeks.
Clock is ticking.
Yeah, the clock is really ticking. The days are counting down. What is it like? Are you practicing with them virtually or already on site? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I think they now practicing intensively in their own community places. So like we checking out, like we give them a calls, or they give us videos that they're showing that they are practicing now. So actually, each community now is having a very intensive training, and then 1 week before the show, we are going to have a GR blocking and everything, so they can come to the venue.
Okay.
They can come to the venue, and then we give them some times to adjust with the stage and everything.
Yeah.
And we queuing them up. I mean,
Of
like we give them
course.
time
3 days
schedule.
is a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, we give them time schedule. Please,
Yeah.
you do this up from here to here.
Wow. I can imagine the stress, but I know
Very intense,
after
yeah.
these 3
Yeah.
days, there will be a sense of achievement,
Yes.
having, this has been going on for the past 2 years. Now it's the 3rd year. I'm sure there will be a big improvement
Yes.
after this 3rd event. What is your final goal for this event?
Yeah.
What is your final hopes for this event?
For both
Yeah.
Pak Alim and
Yeah.
Mas Adi.
My hope is actually this is the idea comes from Rusdi Rukmarata, is our artistic director from Eki Dance Company that have been passed away last year. So this is his idea that to create, because his dream was to have this Indonesian musical. So I think my hope is that we still can continuing the torch or the legacy, the ideas that we want to build the Indonesian musical, so we are proud with our own musical, and all the community can celebrate this event also as a moment for them to show to the audience, to Indonesia, that hey, we have our own Indonesian musical.
Yeah, we keep the passion burning.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
for the Indonesians artists, really. Okay, and Mas Adi, any final say on before the event?
Yeah, well, I just hope that this festival will bring in more people, especially those who are new to the musicals, to the musical scenes, so they can enjoy and be proud of what local musical artists can do. So to be honest, we are not worse off than Broadway's. In fact, we might be better in
Okay.
some regards.
That's what we want to
Broadway
hear.
artists,
Yes.
You've seen it all.
I've
You've
seen it
seen
all.
all
I've seen
the
it all. I've seen it all,
performances,
yeah.
yeah.
So we hope everyone can be proud with what our artists can do.
Yeah.
See that they can be better than
Yeah.
those Broadway artists, and we hope that Ciputra Arpana will always become the preferred venue for
Okay.
musical
Of course.
musical shows.
That's a good
Wow.
one.
Yes.
And for last say, how do people get tickets again
Yes.
for this event?
Well, the tickets are available on bookmyshow.id, but you can also check it out through Festival Musical Indonesia Instagram
Yes.
or our Instagram at Artpreneur.
Okay.
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 Wow, I mean, it's been such a lovely conversation. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Wonderful
Mas Ali,
gentlemen,
Mas
for
Adi.
Thank you.
coming this morning. We have the honor to have the program director of the festival, Pak Alim Sudio, as well as the business development manager, Ciputra Artpreneur, Mas Adi Wijananda. Thank you again for coming on TVR World.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
it's
Thanks
a
so
joy
much.
to see you
Thank
today.
you.
And
And we hope going to see both of
We are
you.
hoping to see you, yes.
yes,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely.
You sold it to us.
We're looking forward
Yes.
to coming now. Yes, thank you. And with that also ends today's show on Starting Point. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Audrey Utoyo.
Luisa Kusnandar, thank you, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.